although I shouldn't worry too much since you don't want to be driving at 30 miles an hour in this weather in a tractor with narrow tyres. Okay, we are going to the top of this lane. This will put us at 220. Take the zoom in. So yeah, we'll get this job done. Probably speed up time. We'll skip to rest of today. Maybe some of tomorrow. Well, we'll take a look at crop prices or grain prices because we may be close to best time to sell the wheat, and got wheat and sunflowers, potatoes and sugar beets. So that might be good for a little bit of income today or tomorrow. So we should, I think we're pending a payout from the BGA before tonight, or tonight. So that's a good thing. What are we doing up here? We're doing Oakfield 21. That must be around here somewhere. 21. It is to our left. I probably should have taken that turn behind us. Oh, brakes. There we go. So it should be past. I'll tell you, this map looks like that should be a forest to our left, but not so much. That might be the field we're doing. Doesn't have any snow in it, so it's a good chance that this is a contract field. We'll sit in the field while the arms unfold. And get ourselves positioned closer to the edge. Before we turn them on. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom out the camera again. And off. Go. Come on, go. Go, go, go. Okay, so this field has not been done yet. So potentially these fields can be done 3 times. Since we're playing with seasons, and contract fields use the same rules as base game, or base game with seasons. Base game you can do fields twice, seasons you do them 3 times. But with precision farming that changes how your fields are handled, not how everybody else's are. So we just get paid potentially up to 3 times for each field that needs it. And I'm not complaining about that, because it is a nice source of extra income. Okay, let's turn on the cruise control and find the contract page. We're already 10% done. I'm thinking if I am careful with my application, we've easily got enough to do this entire field now. Sorry, birdies. Birdie's not scared of the spray, just of the tractor. The tractor's not close enough to them. Now the fields up this end of the map could potentially work as expansions for our farm. And, you know, for the most part I started extending across the road from the sawmill. But we do have, oh, where is it? This field here is ours. 18 is ours. Doing 19, 20, 21. It's not much further out of the way from what we already own. But then the other area we've been concentrating on is we own these 3 fields. 4. So these could be, you know, they're adjacent to what we already own. So again, so we've got options for next year or this year's expansion. But for right now, we're doing the contracts. I think, yeah, as I've said, the miscanthus fields, I believe we harvest those, or they get harvested in spring. So potentially we've got a bunch of fields coming up which will have been harvested that we could buy in spring and still have time to plant soybeans, sunflowers, potatoes or sugar beets. So those are all options. Probably not going to plant too much in the way of potatoes. But if I don't do that, then I'm buying fields that somebody else planted with something. And I don't know the soil, I don't know the fertilization levels, and I don't know the lime, pH levels. So we buy those fields and they will not be the best that we can get. And that's, I mean, that's something we did in Farm Sim 17, was we went out, we ploughed the field as a contract, we planted the field as a contract, we fertilized the field as a contract, then we bought it and harvested it and kept the stuff for ourselves. So that's usually how that's how we did it for Farm Sim 17. 19 before precision farming, we also did that as well to a certain extent, but the thing is it's having the money to buy the field. So in 17 I was doing the contracts to make sure I had what the fields were what I need in a state that I needed them to be, so they had been ploughed as well. So I was really planning ahead my field purchases. And we'd make the money in winter because that's best time to sell the crop. But so we'd have money sitting in the account until sort of late summer, early fall, when we did all the harvesting and buying the new fields and harvesting those as well. But I'm less inclined to do that with precision farming running because of the unknowns. Okay, we just went round once. Oops. 43%. So, nice. I've still got over half a tank there, so we should definitely finish this with what's in the tank. And probably once more round and a couple of rows and we'll be done. So 1248, what I might do, we'll accelerate to ×5. And get time passing as well. can also start looking out for great demands on wheat, sugar beets and potatoes. We'll take advantage of those as and when, if they come up. Otherwise, we're pretty much looking at when predicted peak price comes around. Okay, how are we getting on here? Over halfway. What else have we got? Really, really for the rest of winter, we're just feeding the sheep and making new ones, obviously. Now at 9-day season, so 4 months, 36 days to the year. It's possibly midwinter that those sheep start being produced. So we'll end up with, we'll start noticing more than 250 in each field. And I need 500,000 to buy the third sheep field. And I'm planning to move the mature sheep down to that field when we can afford it. And that's going to take a while because our little animal trailer is not too big. I could lease one of the big semi-trailers. Matter of interest. 38 pieces of sheep. Even that's 6 4 is 24, 6 so there's still 7 trips with one of those up and down the road, and having to reverse a semi-truck up the road potentially, because I don't think I'm going to be able to turn them into the fields. What I wish I had was just a truck body. Because that's what we at Lawfolds we had the AR frame truck, and one of the modules for that was a cattle mover. Only took about 12-14 cattle, but it's a 10-wheel truck, so it wasn't such a hardship reversing it down a narrow lane to go places. Unfortunately, I don't think our truck has animal moving as an option, so we're either stuck with a semi or the trailer on the back of a tractor, or the Land Rover for that matter. Okay, 3/4 of the way done. So yeah, if we go to the garage, see the truck we have works as a semi-truck, or you can put this thing on the back of it. So it becomes just a 10-wheeler which can haul grain, but I don't think there's an option. We can have a look. Although I just looked in the animal transport section and it's not, I didn't scroll over to the mods that I have loaded. Let's try that. Animal transport. Oh! So that goes on the Johnston trailer. But it looks like I've got a couple of these. I could lease a truck. Oops. Okay, we'll just go straight across here, shall we? So we do have a couple of things that look like they might go on the back of a truck. So to move the sheep, I might do that, so we can just drive up the road and reverse back down it and shift them all to the new field when that happens. Okay. And 84%. Okay. So finishing off this bit isn't going to get us much completion done. Okay. I'm not going to bother with the rest of the bit down here. We'll go do the large triangle up here. Whee. Okay, 87%. This should pass a little quicker now. Actually, I should have gone straight north. This is one of the short edges on the triangle, I think. And this is the other one. But we could get done, I guess. 90%. Just enough to complete the mission. I'm not going to be completely OCD about getting 100% coverage. Oh, it's actually squared off up here. Oh. The other thing I did notice with the smaller maps is it does take the cycle to update the blue coverage on the mini-map is a lot more delayed on the smaller maps. Old Stream Farm, for example. So I can't zoom in on the map to emulate that, but it is quite noticeable that sort of, oh, did I turn my sprayer on? Oh yes I did, and oh there it goes, updated. And when you turn around at the end or turn it off, did I turn it off before or after I needed to? Harder to tell. This obviously the size of the map, that mini map's updating quite quickly. Okay, it's still an active contract. Drive up this way this time. Oh, 98%. And 21% left in the tank. Yay. Oh, contract on field done. Fold it up. And collect. Okay, that is our contract done. So, yay, money. 15,000, we're at 220. So yeah, the three fields on this side, or at this side of the map, are this one here. Then there's one directly in front of us and one at the end of that lane. So quite convenient to get to, I think. Plus there's a sell point immediately across the street. So, potential for expansion here. Obviously, when I started this map on the base Oxygen David map, which is the field? 17? 19. 19 was a contract field, and everything else, most of the rest weren't. You could do, basically you can get contracts on 19, 39, and these grass fields, and these grass fields, and nothing else. With the farming agency edition of this map, far more of the fields are run contracts, so the potential for earning on this map is vastly increased. So buying a map buying a field that supports contracts is not quite so critical, because there will always be some other fields where you can contract. I think the main thing I'm concerned with is buying, not buying grass fields and then only having contracts for baling. Kind of like to keep some of the arable fields. Obviously 17 is always pretty much going to be there because it costs 1.7 million, so I can't afford that for quite some time. So I really don't have to worry about losing contracts entirely, because that one will always be available. Although, as we saw, it does take probably about an hour and a half to complete the spraying contract on it. Maybe I should have done spreading. But, okay. So, do I want to plough the grass? Now, I'm field 3, I'm going to change it to arable. We don't need grass. All I'm doing is making grass silage and then selling it at the PGA. And we've kind of got a lot of clover silage anyway coming out. We get 2 cuts of clover a year, and at least one of those is clover silage for sale when we're not keeping. So because of that, I'm not too worried about keeping our grass fields as grass. So maybe we just, we can buy some grass fields and just turn them arable. Obviously field 9, which I think we own, which is the northwest side of the cow barn pasture, wind, that's never going to be anything but grass, because it's not convenient to fit a harvester in there. A little bit slidey there, but apart from that, obviously some of the grass fields around here are quite big and could quite conveniently be turned arable. And I'd prefer to do that than to lose some of the contract arable fields that are out there. Because like I said, I don't want to have the only contracts I can do is bales. Oh, nice. Icicles on the shed there. Cool. Oh, we need to go and empty the fertilizer. Oops. Oh, where's the hose? Good grief, Charlie Brown. Somewhere around here. There's a hose. There it is. Okay, that's connected, so now somewhere around here there. Darn. Oops, stop there. Exit. That looks better. No, that's not what I had in mind. Oh, that worked. Okay. Let's climb in and bring up the help screen because I don't recall what the thing is. Spray air, change pump to emptying. Okay. Oh, no. Let's change pump to filling and select the front, change pump to emptying and turn on the pump. And consolidate the... Oh, you are kidding me. Really? Oh, wow. Okay. I guess that's done and that's done. Wow. I did not realise it was that close. So we just do the normal emptying thing. There's the fill nozzle. We'll dump that there, and I will push that into the corner as well. There now. Well, we can turn off the help. Okay, so we've managed to empty the canisters. So I'm not entirely using the manure system for the fertilizer tanks and the herbicide tanks, but where I can, I'm consolidating the IBCs into one, because obviously these two, the front tank's 1900 litres, which isn't the full IBC, and the rear tank is 1300, so we can't empty it and create one combined IBC of liquids. So by using the manure system, I can consolidate the tank so that there's as few as possible, oh excuse me, on the farm. And the realistic seeder mod allows me to do much the same thing with the seed pallets. If you hang a pallet over a partially filled one, it will top off that pallet until it's full. Pallet's 21,000 litres, 2,100 litres. Alrighty, here we are back at the farm. And 2:20 in the afternoon. I probably shouldn't leave liquid fertilizer and liquid herbicide. Way. Okay then. Well, that was fun. In an open shed like that. Because I'm risking them freezing. They should probably be stored in at least something that's somewhat climate controlled. Hi, doggy. So I think what we'll do here is reverse this over there. That's fine. Take the straps off. Actually, I want that to go a little bit further back. Oops. Well, it is what it Actually, that can move sideways a little before it doinks up against the roof support. That can go there. That's our remaining lime. Well, we are going to need some lime on our 2 barley fields later, but not right away. And try and jump on there. Yeah. Fall off the back, and we'll put this over with the other 2. Right about there. There now. Okay, so that's our racks of herbicide. Now I'm going to park this trailer in this area since we really don't use it as a thoroughfare, so it's not in the way. Put it in front of that silo there, which I think is supposed to be used for cow manure. So that should be great right there.